Welcome to the Historypedia channel. My name is Peter and today I'm going to tell you about an ancient world history. The Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BCE was a decisive conflict between the forces of Julius Caesar and the forces of the Roman Senate, led by Pompey the Great. Here are the historical events that led up to the battle. 1. Caesar's civil war. The Roman Republic was in a state of political turmoil in the late 40s BCE, with various factions vying for power. One of the key players in this conflict was Julius Caesar, who had gained fame as a successful military commander in Gaul. 2. The First Triumvirate. In 60 BCE, Caesar formed an alliance with two other prominent politicians, Pompey and Crassus. This alliance, known as the First Triumvirate, allowed Caesar to consolidate his power and gain support for his political and military ambitions. 3. Pompey's opposition to Caesar. Despite their initial alliance, tensions between Caesar and Pompey began to rise in the mid-42nd BCE. Pompey became increasingly concerned about Caesar's growing power and popularity, and he began to oppose him politically. 4. Caesar's ultimatum. In 49 BCE, the Senate ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome, effectively ending his governorship of Gaul. Caesar refused, and instead crossed the Rubicon River with his army, declaring alieri actrist. 5. Pompey flees to Greece. In response to Caesar's actions, Pompey fled to Greece with a large force of troops and senators. He believed that he could defeat Caesar in a pitched battle, and he hoped to gain the support of the eastern provinces of the Roman Republic. 6. Caesar pursues Pompey. Caesar pursued Pompey into Greece, where the two forces clashed at the Battle of Dyrrhachium in July at 48 BCE. The battle was inconclusive, and both sides suffered heavy losses. The Battle of Pharsalus took place on August 9, 48 BCE, between the forces of Julius Caesar and the forces of the Roman Senate led by Gnaeus Pompeymagnus. Here are the details of the battle progress. At the start of the battle, Pompey's forces numbered around 45,000 men, while Caesar had around 22,000. Pompey's cavalry began the battle by charging at Caesar's lines, but Caesar's infantry formed a defensive line and repelled the charge. Pompey then ordered his legions to advance, hoping to break through Caesar's lines. However, Caesar's troops held their ground and fought back fiercely. Caesar's veterans, in particular, were able to hold their own against Pompey's more numerous forces. As the battle wore on, Caesar's troops began to push Pompey's forces back. Pompey attempted to rally his men by riding out in front of his lines, but his horse was spooked and he was forced to retreat. This caused panic among his troops, who began to flee the field. The battle ended in a decisive victory for Caesar. Pompey's forces suffered heavy losses, with around 15,000 men killed or captured. Pompey himself managed to escape the field and fled to Egypt, where he was later assassinated. The aftermath of the Battle of Pharsalus was significant for both Julius Caesar and the Roman Republic. Here are the details of the aftermath of the battle. Following his victory at Pharsalus, Julius Caesar pursued Pompey to Egypt, where he was met with news of Pompey's assassination. Caesar was then embroiled in a conflict with the forces of the Egyptian king, Ptolemy XIII. However, he emerged victorious and installed Cleopatra VII as the ruler of Egypt. Caesar returned to Rome in 46 BCE, where he was celebrated as a hero. He was appointed dictator for 10 years and began a program of political and social reforms. He introduced land reforms, extended citizenship to more people, and reformed the calendar. The Battle of Pharsalus marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. With Caesar's victory, the power of the Roman Senate was significantly reduced, and the Roman political system underwent major changes. The aftermath of the battle also had a significant impact on the careers of the people involved. Pompey was dead, and many of his supporters were either killed or fled Rome. Caesar emerged as the most powerful man in Rome and was able to consolidate his position as the leader of the Roman state. The Battle of Pharsalus was a pivotal moment in Roman history, and its consequences were felt for centuries to come. The rise of Julius Caesar and the transformation of the Roman state marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the Mediterranean world. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned.